going on, boys and girls? 3, 2, 1 ribs. I know you've all heard it. You know, it's been kind of like a go-to for everybody to just kind of give advice and say, hey, you know, do 3, 2, 1 ribs. Again, like I've said many times, I've never done them. I'm just going to put that out there right there. This is actually going to be my first time. But it actually, I came up with the thought of this because I got a question. Guy messaged me and said, hey, I did 3, 2, 1 ribs and they just didn't turn out good. So I've expressed many times in my my thoughts on doing things by time. So many variants. I mean, you know, between your temperatures, the different grills, you know, meats, you know, different types of meats, different brands of meats, everything. There's a ton of variables when it comes to going by time. And I say right off the bat, I'm 100% opposed to going by time. I think you should, you know, cook by temp, cook by look, you know, things like that. So then you're always ensured the same product because there's some things that don't change. What they look like, what you want them to look like, and how they feel. You know, that's the way it should all be done. So what I'm gonna do is I got 2 racks of ribs. I thought about a million different ways to do this. I'm just doing salt and pepper ribs today because they're awesome. For one, salt and pepper and pork are fantastic. You know, they're just good. So I'm gonna toss them on the smoke fire. I got some other stuff I want to do today, so I'm just gonna use the smoke fire. I'm gonna throw them on there, and I am going to use the same temperatures, except one, I am going strict by the rules on 3, 2, 1. 3 hours open, 2 hours wrapped, 1 hour unwrapped. So I'm gonna do that, and then the other way, I'm going by look. I'm gonna wrap them. Typically I don't. You know, a lot of times I won't even wrap my ribs, but for the sake of this today, I'm gonna wrap them. But I'm going to wrap them when they look like they got that smoke, you know, once they have that nice red color. We're not gonna have any rub on there to manipulate the color. It's all gonna be salt and pepper. So once they start turning that beautiful reddish, you know, mahogany color, you know they're getting smoked because that's what's making them that color. So I'll wrap them when I see that, and I will pull them out and finish them off once I feel like they're close to probe tender, you know? And we're gonna do it like that. So, and I'm gonna see if my lovely wife will actually give me a taste test. I'm not gonna tell her which one. She doesn't even know what the hell I'm doing right now. So I'm gonna try to keep it like that. That way there's a, you know, unbiased to it, because to me, you know, going by time can only fault you. Yes, it's great to have time for, you know, if you have people coming over, if you're trying to plan a start time for dinner, things like that. But the beauty of barbecue, in my opinion, that's it, is you can hold it a lot easier than you can speed it up or make everybody wait, you know. Pulled pork, I'll always do ahead of time because in my opinion, after you pull it, you toss it in a pan, you hit it with a little rub, you can sauce it if you want, you throw it back in the smoker, it only gets better, you know. Same thing with brisket. Briskets, you can wrap up in a towel and throw in your oven off and they'll hold for hours. So you're better off starting too early than starting too late. That way you can take time out of the equation for the most part. So let's get down to it. Baby backs, baby. So I'm not even gonna, normally I would trim a lot. I gotta trim some fat off that because that's just a lot of fat. I always trim my baby backs. I just prefer it that way. But I wanna keep this close to somebody jumping into a group or commenting on a video or messaging you on Instagram and, you know, asking your opinion about how to make 3, 2, 1 ribs. Typically, it's going to be a simple process, so I want to keep it just like that. I want to keep it 100% fair and bring in no extra variables. So let's get our membrane off, all that stuff. Yes, I'm gloving up. I don't know. The guy that climbed up my ass about wearing gloves in my video, saying that is stupid because any person that's cooking in their kitchen normally wouldn't be wearing gloves. Well, for one, I don't do anything for the sake of a video. And two, I put gloves on because then I can touch my rub. I can touch the other stuff in my kitchen. I don't have to keep going to the sink and washing my hands. So I wear gloves, especially when I'm messing with pork or chicken. So I don't know where your anger comes from, buddy. I don't know, maybe call your mom, work it out, get a hug, whatever the hell you need to do, man. There's a whole lot of rage. We're cooking food. We are not curing cancer. So, you know what? I'm gonna use a butter knife even. So we're gonna pull membrane. Take our butter knife. We're gonna find a center bone here. We're gonna bring it right down. Man, these are some fatty ribs, man. We're gonna take it on both sides, just like so. Right underneath all that membrane. Get it lifted up. Just like that. Man, parchment paper sometimes, I'm telling you, but it's easier than washing a board. Do the same thing here. Go back one on this one. Never seen so much fat on the bottom of a baby back before, man. Damn. I almost render that and make something out of it. This one's probably gonna break on me, but I'm gonna try and work it to where it's not going to. There she goes. We got her. We got her, guys. All right. So now, we got our membrane off. Typically, I would score them just because I like more flavor to get in between those bones. I would trim off a lot of this stuff. I'm not doing that. What I am gonna do though is cut these tips off because all them things will do is burn and then they cause a chain reaction. So I'm gonna go just like that. Get in there. All right. So there we got our baby backs. Not gonna lie, it is killing me not to trim some of that off right there, but we're not doing it. Yeah, we are. Fuck it. We got to. You gotta at least take some of that off there. That's insane. See, right down to at least to where we can see some meat poking through all that. We're gonna leave plenty of it on there. Don't worry. All right, that's it. I promise. All right, so now, see that? Look at that. Not got a clean hand. I'm gonna hit these guys. Rub it in a little bit. I like it. And this is what the hell did I do here? 3 tablespoons of mold-on flake. I like to use flake, you know that. It melts quickly, nicely. And 4 tablespoons of black pepper. So just a little heavier on the pepper than on the salt. Not gonna get too crazy on them. They're just gonna sit for a minute while I heat the grill up. We're gonna save some. I'm gonna do a mop. We're just gonna whip up a little quick one. And just keep them moist in there. Beautiful. Look at that. Yum, yum, yum. All right, guys. I'm gonna let these chill out on the counter here. And let's go fire up the pit. All right, guys. So I know I should clean this thing out. And I'm probably making a mistake because I've never cleaned it since I've gotten it. And I looked in there the other day and I'm like, holy shit, I gotta clean that thing out. But I don't have the time to do it. So I'm just gonna roll with it. I'm gonna put the faith in it. I did empty the bottom ashtray and my drip pan. So that counts. But anyway, so what we're gonna do, I'm going 275. And you know what? No, we're not gonna go 275, guys. Let's do smoke boost. We're going smoke boost. So smoke boost typically runs anywhere around 200, plus minus whatever. So we're gonna smoke boost for our first beginning. So the first 3 hours on the 3-2-1 and the first however many until we get the color we want on the other rack. And then we'll go to my normal 275. But we're just gonna throw some serious smoke at these things right now. And we'll do it like that because that's typically what I think wouldn't be normally happening, so that's the plan anyway. So I'm gonna try to keep this strict to the 3-2-1 and keep both methods involved. Typically with my ribs, I'd go 275, especially with my baby backs. Spares, I actually like my spares to cook a little slower. There's a lot more fat, there's a lot more to render. So I will do a 225 or a 250 on spare ribs. Baby backs, no, I don't like them like that. It's not doing anything in my opinion. There's not a whole lot of fat to render. There's the top stuff, and it renders just as quick, and you still get a great flavor at 275. Because, like I've said a million times, when it comes to my baby backs, I prefer them grilled anyway. I'd go hot and fast with my baby backs any day before I load and slowed my baby backs. Spare ribs, not so much. They don't respond well to it. But anyway, I'm gonna let this get up, and okay, I was just making sure smoke boost is on. And I don't know, typically 20 minutes. Just make sure she's all settled in, make sure everything's rolling well, and we'll get our ribs on. All right, guys, let's do it. Not even sure what's on here. All things. All right. Save this. Wipe my hands with. All right. So, do these bad boys. Now, man. All right. I want to keep these even. Tighten them up. Beautiful. Again, tighten them up. Meat tightens anyway, so might as well help it. And that's it. Alexa, set a timer for 3 hours.
3 hours, starting now.
Okay. So I'll keep an eye on the other rack. Typically, I don't know. Sometimes it's longer than that. Just depends. So we're gonna let them go. 3 hours. We'll wrap. We'll go 3, 2, 1. The other ribs, keep you updated on those. How we doing? All right, guys. So timer's about to go off. I don't know, probably like 30 seconds, something like that. We're going in our 3 hours. So we're gonna get our 3, 2, 1s wrapped up and see what they're looking at. I've mopped them twice. Just a simple butter, vinegar, you know, nothing special. Savory side, no sweet, no anything like that. So let's see what we got. They're looking good. Alexa, stop. There's our 3 hours. They're looking good. Got a nice bark buildup on them. They're not looking bad at all. I definitely want mine out a little bit longer though. So I wouldn't be wrapping them right now. So we're gonna wrap the other ones. Let's do this. So over here, got our butcher paper out. Take these guys like so. A little bit of our mop. Some liquid going in there. Oh shit. Go a little buck wild. Just do it like that. Shit, I'm losing it. Nice and tight. Twist my corners, keep them honest. All right. All right, so I'm gonna put them guys meat side down first, let them go for a little bit, then I'll flip them over. I'm gonna give my other ones here a bit of a mop. And let them get a little more color before I wrap those ones up. So. All right, so I'm gonna bump our thing off of smoke boost now. And I'm going to step it up to 275. And that's it. So we'll let those go. I'm going to come back out here, cover my mop up, and we're going to set it for 2 hours. Alexa, set a timer for 2 hours. So then, Alexa, set a timer for 2 hours.
2 hours, starting now.
Robots, can't trust them. All right, so I'm going to let those go. I'm gonna let mine go for a little bit more before I wrap them. Just want them a little bit deeper, a little bit darker, and then we'll get those ones wrapped up. All right, guys, so 2 hours is up. I wrapped mine, I don't know, probably about half hour, 45 minutes ago. So they went about an hour and 15 minutes more before I had that color that I really like and bark. I was just running around doing some shit, and I didn't turn the camera on, but whatever. So we are going to pull ours off. I flipped those bone side down an hour in. And I'm going to do that to my current mine right now too. Pull these guys out. Save our heat. All right, so. Man, they smell good. Like super good. Got a nice pull back. Save all that. Oh man, when I forget to put a bag in my garbage can, now I'm gonna have to clean up. So there they are. They look pretty good. Got a decent pullback. They felt tender. let's put them back on. Definitely need some more bend to them. Just throw them guys on there just like so. All right, Alexa, set a timer for 1 hour.
1 hour. Starting now.
So I'm going to let them go an hour. I'm not saucing them. You know, typically you would, last half hour, 20 minutes, something like that. But I am going to pull out the baste maybe towards the end. I don't know. So we'll see what happens. But hour more. All right. It's been, I don't know, another half hour or something like that. And I'm pretty confident I'm ready to take mine out of the wrap now. So. Mine, I usually, if I do wrap, an hour, not much more than that, honestly. I don't like them mushy. I like just a very slight tug and then clean from the bone. I don't like them comp style. I don't want to eat my ribs like that either, but I don't know. That's why I really prefer hot and fast or grilled ribs, man. Just the texture, the way they come out is just always so damn good. I'm doing this one right on here because I didn't bring my pan out. And I gotta clean this thing anyway. Probably should sooner or later. So, here are these ones. Oh man, where's my light at? My light's not on right now because it's not dark enough. It's dark sensitive. But, man, that's a good looking rack of ribs. Just see the difference in the redness. Fuck, it's so hard to see. Let me get you a little closer, maybe that'll help. I'll show you when they're done. There's just a lot more depth of red on them. They look nice. But the bark is great on both of them. I mean, they both look really good. Them ones are still firm. So, I'm gonna let them go. Mine should be done. I mean, I would literally pull them probably 15, 20 minutes from now, and they'll be perfectly, exactly how I like them. But that additional 15 minutes isn't going to make much of a difference. So I'll pull them at the same time. Like I said, Alexa, how much time is left on my timer?
You have 46 minutes left on your 1 hour timer.
46 minutes. Maybe I will pull mine a little early. I'll keep an eye on them. But either way, we're in the last stretch here. See what happens. Guys, you got to see this. Yeah, excuse me. But this was a unplanned trip. You got to check these things out. My light's on now. You got to see this shit. Ready for this? Holy shit. Look at that color. Look at that color on them things. Just look at everything about them. Damn, right? Oh, man. Bark's integrity is still there. These ones are a little bit softer on the bark side, but that's because he's built a little longer. But and remember, those were a little fatty, so I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. Then. So. Wow. All right, that was just an impromptu. I popped out just to see what the hell was going on, and I say, wow, that's some picture perfect shit. So, all right, I'll be back. It's time. Check it out. Oh man, I gotta tell you, they both look really good though. Let me shut this thing down. Maybe. There we go. Glove up. Just let you stare at those beauties for a minute. Damn. Here, come on over here. How about that? Just like that. Oh man, floppy, floppy. Look at those babies. Snap. They smell so ridiculously good. He's got a nice bend to it. These definitely have a little more chew to them, but that's kind of like what I'm saying about the 3-2-1 is every rack of ribs is different. They're different sizes. There's different fat. There's different, you know, I mean, it can be used as a reference point, but you still got to use your eyes, and you still got to pay attention to what the meat is doing, you know. And I think it's really all I'm trying to convey with this video. But anyway, let's take them in and let's see what they taste like. All right, guys. So let's do a little taste test. But I want to point some things out to you before my wife gets done here. This back rack right here is the non-321s. The front, you know, this one here, that's the 321 ribs. So, all right, let me call my wife down. She doesn't want to be on camera because she didn't feel like doing her hair, and we can't all be as pretty as me with low maintenance. So, you know, I'm going to respect that wish, and we're going to keep her off camera, but we're going to hear her opinion anyway. So, because she always tells it like it is. So, here, will you come and taste for me?
What do we got?
We have salt and pepper ribs, baby.
There's a little bit of glaze on them.
No glaze. That's all smoke. And nothing but smoke. All right, so we're gonna go right from the middle here. Try to keep them the same thickness. You have to pardon the knife. I don't feel like washing a good knife, and these ones I can throw in the dishwasher and not give two shits about. So we're gonna just do it like that. Man, that's a good looking rib, isn't it?
Pretty.
All right, so we got this one here. Here's the meat side. And we'll go right here in the center with this guy too.
Why didn't you just take another one off the other rack?
Because I did something a little bit different.
Oh, the racks are different?
They are different, yes. So you were just gonna give me your opinion, and I'm going to actually do it with you. So let me.
Slaughtered the bark off of that one.
Well, that's because I got this shitty knife. Sorry. And this one.
Yeah.
I lost track of what I was doing. So I got you though, right?
Yep.
All right. I seriously just threw it on the floor. Holy shit. Damn. Let's try that again.
The dogs will enjoy it.
All right. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do this one first. That one right there. Yep.
Hot.
Yeah, they're still a little warm. Man, good looking rib though. Look at all that moisture in there.
That's good.
Mmm.
It's super good.
That is good. Yum. You're supposed to take a bite, not eat the whole thing.
I don't want to stop eating it. It's so good. It's like a little salty, but it's not like too salty.
Mmm. That's good stuff. Good stuff. Can we try the other one yet?
So good. All right, hold on. And I'm not even a fan of ribs. So that is good.
It is good.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. What's the difference? Because this has got some kind of fruity or.
See, that's funny that you say that. It's not that I added anything different. All I did was cook them different. But you say fruity because of the smoke. They've gotten more smoke. These ones I did a traditional, they're called 3-2-1, where it's 3 hours unwrapped, 2 hours wrapped, 1 hour's finished. And it's basically a setting point. Like when anybody ever comes into anything and be like, hey, I need some tips on how to do ribs, everybody's always like, oh, just do 3-2-1, just do 3-2-1. While the flavor is good, I just want to show you, look at the difference on how the meat came off the bone. You see how clean the meat just pulls off of this bone?
Yeah.
As opposed to how it pulls off of this bone. Because they need it to go a little longer. You know, these ones were in the smoke longer, so you get that more smoky flavor, which is what you're picking up as fruity because of the new pellets that I'm using, which I'll tell you about too, guys. Them things are awesome, man. And I never thought I'd say that about a brand other than Lumberjack. They're killer pellets. But you can just tell just by the meat itself. I mean, look at how tender that is. Look at that smoke ring. Look how dark that is. The smoke ring's so damn thick, it's almost through the whole rib. That's a good rib. I mean, they're both good.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick one, I would pick that one. If you had to pick one, what are you picking? The first one or the second one?
Oh man. I'd go with the second one.
They're super good.
Yeah.
Like, that is no sauce. That's no nothing. That is just salt, pepper, and smoke, man. That is rib in its purest
See, I
form.
prefer it like first of all, no barbecues ever because that's like a barbecue sin.
Yeah, I don't like it.
In our house, at least. No offense to anyone who likes barbecue sauce, but I prefer it this way versus any glaze or anything like that.
Yeah, sometimes I just feel like a glaze, you know? But this is super good, man. So, all right. All right, guys. So, like I said, 3-2-1 is a great reference point. And sometimes they'll land perfectly as long as the rack of ribs is the right size, if there's the right amount of fat, if there's not, you know, just things like that, you know, how your temperature holds, how there's so many variables. But you can eliminate all those variables by just paying attention and letting the meat talk back, you know? You see that color, you see it getting dark mahogany, you know it's picked up the smoke. You know it's ready, man. If that's how you want it to look when you cut into it and bite into it, even though they're not done, you know you built your bark right. Wrap them up, do your thing, this and that, you know? You pull them out. Once you pull them out, like I said, you don't need to wrap them long. They'll get tender really quick. And then you'll still have that texture that, you know, where the meat doesn't mush, but it just tender and it just pulls clean from the bone when you bite into it, if that's what you're into. I mean, if you like the comp style stuff, you do you, but I'm just saying you can still control that by how you pull them off. And that was pretty much all I was trying to do. I wasn't trying to say, 3-2-1 is shit, you know, but it isn't, it's not like that. You know, it's just, it shouldn't be how you base your cooking on. You can't go by time, man. Time is an illusion in barbecue. So, all right, that's it. That's all I got.